Hello! Yay. So 1 month ago, Meryem just woke up and told me she's going to foster some puppies. So she went and got some puppies from a place called Paws for Compassion. It's the only animal shelter in Danang Vietnam, Vietnam that we have heard of, that is the most popular, and that Google knows of. I'm not talking about like vets and pet stores and stuff like that, but actual animal shelters. But yeah, so we got these super cute little guys. This is them 1 month ago. And yeah, we named this bubbly little guy.
Girl, she's a girl.
This bubbly little girl, Bubbles. So bubbly, yeah. This is Bubbles. You can see that she got huge. And this is...
This one is Coco.
Yes, this is Coco.
Or coconut.
Yeah.
This is like a little coconut.
So this is them 1 month later. Obviously, they used to be about this big.
I used to hold him in like my hand like this, and now look at him.
Yeah, they each week they about doubled in size. They're so big now. So big now. Yeah. So a little bit about the shelter. What was how does Paws for Compassion work?
So basically, just like any other shelter, they either get calls for animals that are being abused or homeless animals, or just the volunteers because they have volunteers. And if a volunteer is walking around, they see a dog who needs help or anything like that, they bring them to the shelter. They actually have a clinic in the shelter, so they check them and everything. And then if they need to, they get surgery, whatever. They're usually put in quarantine for a couple of weeks to see if they have any contagious diseases or anything for the other animals. And then they just hang out with all the volunteers and hoping to get someone to love them forever.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. And one thing that's really cool about Paws, they do monthly or weekly, actually weekly sterilizations for free for the locals, which I find really cool. This month they've done like more than 100 or something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Vietnam, obviously, I'm sure you've heard that they eat dogs here. It's pretty normal, and their animal protection rights type of stuff, you know, it hasn't really been existent. However, just a couple weeks ago, or just last month, they passed where you finally get, you know, anywhere from a $50 to $150. You can get a $50 to $150 fine for abusing an animal or like not taking care of them, having them in too small of a cage, something like that. And as far as the dog eating goes, it's legal to eat them, but it's not legal to breed them.
It's legal to eat them, but not to breed them or to sell them.
That's right.
Which doesn't really make sense. But
so, how was the first week of being a dog mom, of fostering these little puppies?
The first week was surprisingly easy, actually. They were very little, and it was also the excitement of just having these cute little things. And they actually didn't need much care, or like, they needed a little bit of attention, but they were so small that they slept a lot. And yeah, they didn't play that much. They just didn't require that much. It was very easy.
Yeah. And how, let's see, so So Meryem for months had been saying, she wants to get a dog. She wants dogs so bad. She had been asking me for dogs for a while, looking into it and stuff like that. And yeah, I just want to say, if you are thinking about getting a dog, but you're a little like, can I really be responsible for a dog? I think finding a shelter that will let you foster puppies for a while would be a fantastic idea, because then you can foster the puppies and have the responsibility of taking care of the puppies for whatever, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. And if you fall in love with your puppy, then great. And if you realize it's too much for you, of course, the shelter's going to go about trying to find them a permanent home. You can also help them with that, and yeah, still feel happy because you still did something great. You gave these puppies a home for a little while instead of them just being in a cage or something like that. So how was it as time went on?
As they started growing up, obviously they needed to play more, they needed more attention. I just felt them more as they grew up. When they were little, they just needed a little bit of food, cuddles sometimes, and they were asleep all the time. But now they destroy things, and like they pull you all the time. Oh, play with us, play with us. And you actually feel like you are required to be there.
Yeah. So the first couple days you had these puppies, you really wanted to keep. You were positive you wanted to keep one.
Yeah.
And you were pretty sure you maybe wanted to keep two, right?
Yeah.
But she was positive she wanted to keep one.
Yes.
But after about a week and a half, you were pretty fed up with your house smelling.
Yeah. That
and
was
having
really hard.
to constantly clean up after these little babies, because they're babies. We got them when they were, 3 weeks old?
3 weeks old, yeah.
Something like that. They're still babies. They're only now 5 or 7 weeks old.
Yeah, but they were really tiny.
Yeah.
It was really difficult
small.
with the apartment, because I had sometimes to mop and clean my apartment twice a day, like really thoroughly, because it smelled really bad. And when I come back from work, it's always smelly, and that was a bit difficult.
And
especially that my landlord was complaining and stuff, because I have cleaning service. I used to have cleaning service in my old apartment, and she would come in and I would be at work, and they pooped everywhere, and she would be really angry. And yeah, eventually I had to move out of that house because of that.
Yeah. And she actually moved into this one, and now they're saying the same thing. It's starting to smell a little bit too much, but this is actually our last day with the puppies.
Yeah.
And Meryem gets to have her clean house back.
Yeah.
And
one
these
of them
guys,
is actually getting a forever home. Coco is going with his parent later today, I think.
some people have been looking at Bubbles. Bubbles is going to go back to the shelter for a little bit, and hopefully not too long.
Yeah.
They actually had 2 other litter mates. Those 2 look identical, then Coco looks way different, and Bubbles' coat is way different. You wouldn't really think like these 2 dogs came from the same mom, but they did at the same time. So overall, how was the experience of fostering these puppies?
It was definitely a challenging experience, and it was very eye-opening for me, because I would have never stopped saying that I want a dog. And actually now that I got the dogs and stuff, I see that it's a really, really big responsibility. Yeah, people say like you have to take care of puppies and stuff, but actually to feel it, and like to think of like there's this living thing that his life depends on me, and it's like it's so big, and I've never felt it like so strongly, because there's these 2 little things that really depend on me. And it was huge, and I'm a little bit relieved, but at the same time I'm sad because they've been here for a while, and yeah, the house is gonna be quiet.
It was a wake-up call.
Yeah, it was definitely a wake-up call, and I'm grateful for that.
And with puppies, they say, dog training experts say you cannot punish a puppy unless he's 12 weeks old. You cannot really train a puppy until they're 12 weeks old.
Yeah.
So these puppies still cannot be punished for pooping everywhere until for what? 5 more weeks. for another
That's
five.
a long time
For
of
another
pooping.
for another 5 more weeks. If you're thinking about getting a baby, foster a puppy first. Unless you don't like dogs. I know some people. I've met a few people. It's like, what? You know, still okay. Some people don't like dogs. Some people don't like cats. You do like dogs and cats. You're thinking about getting a baby. Foster a kitty. Foster a puppy. Give them back at the end of the month. See how you feel.
It's
Could
not always
be-
at the end of the month.
or whatever it is, 2 weeks, 1 month, 5 weeks, and yeah, you know, it'll be a wake-up call. You know, if it's 1 month and 1 week in, you're like, oh my gosh, somebody take this puppy. You know, that's
Yeah.
your wake-up call. You know, you're not ready for a dog. You're not ready for a cat. You're not ready for a baby.
Yeah.
Whatever
And
it
you're
is.
doing something good in the meantime. You're giving them a home and they're not staying in a cage the whole time, which is great. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is just a bunch of random videos and pictures that we took of the puppies while we had them. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out. And I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Alright, so Meryem, she already gave bubbles to the shelter.
Not the shelter, to a lady who's gonna foster him.
To another, she already gave bubbles to another lady who's gonna foster until she finds a forever home. And Coco's found his forever home.
Yeah, we're saying goodbye now.
Yeah. This is forever dad, Brian. He's gonna take little Coco. Take good care of him forever. Yeah, did you find a new dad? Yeah, you found a new dad. Okay.
Goodbye, I'm sorry.
Bye, Coco.
Goodbye.
Okay. This is obviously the sad part.
Not for me. I'm very happy right now.
Yeah,
Very excited
yeah.
About this puppy. Good puppy.
Bye, Coco. You're gonna be so loved. You're gonna be loved very wholeheartedly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
got a
good.
new best friend.
Mhm.
New best friend. Yeah.
That's so good, guys. Thank you so much for taking care of him to this point.
Yeah.
Send me a message, and I'll send y'all some pictures or something.
Yeah, for sure. Brian's got a YouTube channel, so he says he's gonna make Coco a star. I'll leave the link to his YouTube down below in the description, so you can see Coco grow up. If you wanna check that out, he'll be growing up in Danang, Vietnam for now. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes. Come on, Bubba. Good boy.